Good morning, my beloved brothers and sisters, and anyone else who does not even identify as brother or sister. Welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore. I'm taking my cues from our beloved hostess with the mostest, host, Miss Tracy Rhymes. God is Queen of the Universe. And to all of you, good morning. Our theme for today and for this week is coming home. Many of us have never grown up in homes that fit the Leave It to Beaver style of life, where things were good or wonderful. There was always something going on that created perhaps drama, chaos, or a life less than desired. So today's meditation will be to release the old and move into the new. Today's meditation will allow us to let it all go and move forward. So take a deep breath in and release. Take a second deep breath in and release. Take a third deep breath in and release at your own pace. Allow yourself just to be present to yourself. And in your mind's eye, move to the most comfortable place for you. Allow yourself to sink into that spot, that place where perhaps life wasn't what you wanted, especially as a child, or as an adult, or even now, where life is not exactly what you dreamed. Any place where we are feeling disconnected or hurt or pain is a call to go deeper, deeper into prayer, deeper through the pain. It's only pain, and that's okay. Deeper into the sadness, deeper into the joy. Allow yourself just to experience it. Allow yourself to feel it. That way you don't spiritually bypass it, but you actually move through it. Just allow yourself to feel it. As you have been feeling it, begin to view it as something apart from yourself. It's not you, it's just an experience. It's just an energetic experience that has been a part of your life, but it's not you, it's not your life. Now allow yourself visualize an energy body and which is that pain, that stress, and allow yourself to step out of that energy body. Feel yourself stepping out of that energy. It's not you. It's the past energy. And now, as you've been standing there separated from that energy, step away from it and turn and face it in what I call your observer self. What do you see when you look at it? What do you feel when you look at it? What do you know when you look at it? There is a line of energy that between you and it. Just say in your mind's eye, I release this energy in light and love, and I ask to be released from this energy in light and love. And just feel your energy come back to you and releasing the other energy. There's a difference, a huge difference, and it's really not so subtle. And watch as this energy body that you've released yourself from just disappear, returns back to the universal energy of life. For it was just the past, just an event that happened to you. Or a number of events that happened to you, but it's the past. What have you visualized and dreamed for your life now? And what do you choose to manifest today? Whatever it is, allow it to come from your mind and your heart and become one with it. How are you choosing to define today and the rest of your life? Bring that into your heart and into your mind. And I ask you now to repeat after me. There is only one that one life called God. I am an aspect of that one life that gives everything, is within everything, makes up everything, and expresses everything. I call forth from within me all that I desire. I call forth my good, my life, my truth, my health. And because I am one with God, I expect nothing less than this to manifest. Nothing less can manifest because God never holds anything back from itself. And today I bring forth within myself my good. I merge with it. I am it. I express it. And I live it. And I give thanks to God in me as me. And I step forth into the actions to make it happen. Releasing this to the God field within me, around me, and through me, knowing it's done. It is so, and so it is. Now, now allow yourself to come out of this quiet space. Take a breath in and release. Take a second breath in and release. Take a third breath in, releasing, opening your eyes, and feeling the chair that you're seated in. So go out and live your life. Go live the life you desire. And so it is.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This magical, this magical, this magical day. This magical, this magical, this magical day. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Grateful, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Grateful, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This magical, this magical, this magical day. This magical, this magical, this magical day. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Grateful, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Whew, all right. Good morning. and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's virtual service. Woo, on this chilly Sunday morning. Woo! I am your host, Tracy Rhymes. Our speaker is Practitioner Eugene D. Holden. Excuse me. Our musician is Sanahara Chandra. Serving as today's practitioner who led the pre-service meditation is Frank Mastoris. Assisting with making this service open, inviting, and accessible to the deaf community are our sign language interpreters, Ashlee Goldman and Renuka Purimetla. On behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you for your service. At CSLGB every Sunday is an Invite a Friend or Family Member Sunday. Make sure you spread the love and invite someone to service. We would love to have them hang out with us. Frank was raised Catholic. As he grew, he was more determined to find an experience of the divine or God. He felt the overriding desire to find God. He began to explore his own spirituality using prayer, meditation, the Bible, and the Rosary as a means of exploring his spirituality. He had this experience of feeling overwhelmingly connected to God and love. Though he did not realize it, he felt as if he was love itself. Frank has been involved with religious science since 1992. He traveled as part of his job and was able to see multiple versions of religious science churches throughout the country. He has been a practitioner for 8 years. He has felt this call for over 40 years to live and share a life of oneness with and as the divine expression of all of life. Frank's spiritual work is to always call others to their deeper awareness of the divine within, throughout, and about their lives. His spiritual work is to call all to the deep awareness of God as themselves.
Good morning. And let's move into this opening prayer. In gratitude, I give thanks. I give thanks because there is only one power. There is only one presence. There is only one life that we call God, that is everywhere present, expressing in and through and about and as everything. I know that this power, this presence, this essence, is love itself. It just moves across the face of the planet, just moves lovingly and gently, like a mighty little river, a trickle at first that moves into a river and bursts forth with all life happening. It is forever expressing, and I know that I am inseparable from it, and I am one with it, and each and every one of us is one with it too. I know that as our beloved brother Eugene shares today about this topic, I know the truth of God expressing within him, as him, through him, period. I know that this service is perfect. I know the beloved music of our beloved Ama, the wonderful work of our interpreters Ashlee and Renuka just reaches out and touches the entire planet. Our world is perfect, whole, and complete because God within us and through us is perfect, whole, and complete. And I know this service is perfect. I give thanks. I am grateful. And I release this to the law, knowing it's done in mind and form. And so it is.
The Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's community, honors the world's religions. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. With the lighting of these candles on the first Sunday of each month, we not only honor each person on their select path, but we also bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life-affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each path, in each practice, and in each person.
All right. Study, learn, and grow with Science of Mind and Spirit and Thursday night study groups. Visit cslgreaterbaltimore.org to learn how to participate, enroll in the discovery class, and know what Reverend Dr. Ray is teaching in the largest CSL community and beyond. For a full list of news and events and ways you can volunteer to serve, go to our website, cslgreaterbaltimore.com/events. Excuse me. CSLGB invites you to a rockin' holiday party December 17th at 3 p.m. Contact Robin Farrenholt to RSVP. Due to popular demand, Reverend Ray will continue to offer the daily text and voicemail. Contact him directly for details on how to contribute financially to its continuation. It is with great sadness that I inform our community that as of December 31st, Reverend Ray will no longer be the senior minister of CSL Greater Baltimore. Here at CSLGB, we live as answered prayer because prayer works. We, as a community, continue to treat and move our feet, knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. Prayer requests can be sent at any time via email to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org. Usui Reiki Master, Sound Healer, and Holistic Nurse Sanahara Chandra has a lifelong relationship with sound. From her roots in Southern gospel and 90s R&B to her journeys through world music, neo-soul, jazz, and songwriting, her heart and soul have shared the healing power of music. On her path of seeking, she has acquired many skills and experiences and brings to her work an embodied expression of emotion, healed trauma, and unconditional love. She is now back in school to become a certified holistic nurse, allowing her to bridge her passions of psychology, sociology, nursing, and holistic healing. She is launching her new podcast, Sincerely Ama, anchor.fm/Sincerely Ama, and her new website, sanaharagenics.com. Genetics. I think I said that right. Apologies. Offering a variety of quantum energy healing and holistic RN care plans. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel at youtube.com/user Chandra and join her online sacred temple community, patreon.com/the risen heart. I give you
If you want to know a feeling, take the time for healing. A moment in the morning for prayer. Begin anew with sunrise. Wipe the dust from your eyes. Be rid of your disguises again. A little for your father, a little for your mother, a little for your sister, a little for your brother, a little love for your soul will make you whole. If you're looking for protection, learn to read direction written in the depths of your soul. Remember in the noonday, sit in peace, meditate. Stillness takes you further than you know. A little for your father, a little for your mother, a little for your sister, a little for your brother, a little bath for your soul will make you whole. Da 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 If you want to walk in power, dedicate an hour for the shower of love. Do it in the evening, you will be receiving the peace that you've been leaving behind. A little for your father, a little for your mother, a little for your sister, a little for your brother, a little love for your soul will make you whole. Be rid of your disguises again. Be rid of your disguises again. Be rid of your disguises again.
Thank you, Alma. Excuse me. Frank returns to lead us in a spiritual practice.
Our spiritual practice is going to be really simple today. What's your dream? What's your dream version of home? Bring it to your mind's eye and immerse yourself in it. Does it involve having someone in your life or not? Does it involve traveling or not? Today, I'm sitting here with my beloved is smelling in the back of the thing, blueberry cornbread cooking. It's fabulous. And this is a part of my dream. So what's your dream? What do you want? What are you willing to do to treat for and move your feet for to create? If you're free, we got blueberry cornbread here. Open arms, lots of love, coffee and tea, loving friendship. Welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore. Welcome home.
And so it is. Eugene D. Holden is a licensed spiritual counselor and practitioner of distinction, studying New Thought and science of mind and spirit for over 30 years. Eugene served as department manager for Centers for Spiritual Living, an international non-profit organization for 10 years, running the World Ministry of Prayer. After 15 years, Eugene continues to be a well-loved contributor to the Science of Mind magazine, inspiring lives around the world. Eugene is an experienced process training facilitator who has led group sessions at Agape International Spiritual Center, Unity of Colorado, Centers for Spiritual Living, and various spiritual centers nationally and internationally, including Denver, Florida, California, Philadelphia, Oakland, Canada, Mexico, and Jamaica. Eugene currently runs a successful counseling and coaching practice, both in person and online. Eugene also served for 2 years as a facilitator and trainer for CSL's Diversity and Inclusion Commission. Eugene allows vision to guide him. It is prayer that fuels him. He is deeply committed to his purpose of joyfully assisting others in remembering who and what they truly are. Divine beings of light. Eugene believes that together we can reveal the kingdom of heaven right here on earth. What is heaven? Heaven is ever expanding good. I give you a genius one.
Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore, and everyone else who is live streaming with us this morning. It is such a pleasure to be with you today. Now, as many of you know, who follow Centers for Spiritual Living, the theme for the year is Living Everyday Wonder. Living Everyday Wonder. Or, as I like to say, living in everyday wonder, or maybe even perhaps living as everyday wonder. And as we continue to live everyday wonder, one of the things that brings to my awareness is I'm looking for the wonderment of life, which takes me to the quote by the poet Rumi, who says, and I really truly believe this, that what was that?
Your mic.
What is it doing?
Copy.
I wonder if it's because of the slides. But we will keep going. I will speak slower. As Rumi reminds us, as we live in everyday wonder, if we're not in awe, we are not paying attention. If we're not in awe, if we're not living in awe, we are not paying attention. And so today, the theme is the acronym for HOME, H-O-M-E. Now, I kind of veered away from what the theme for the day is from Centers for Spiritual Living. So today, I am using HOME as honoring our mystic embodiment. Honoring our mystic embodiment. So before we can honor or embody a mystic, we want to find out what that means. So what is a mystic? The dictionary defines it as this. A mystic is a person who seeks by contemplation and self-surrender to obtain unity with or absorption into the deity or absolute, or who believes in the spiritual apprehension of truths that go beyond the intellect, right? So a mystic is a person who seeks contemplation, and this is the important part, and self-surrender. That's important. Self-surrender to obtain a unity or absorption into the deity or the absolute, or believes in the spiritual apprehension of truths that go beyond the intellect. In other words, A mystic is one who has a personal experience with God, with spirit, with universal intelligence, whatever name works for you. A mystic is one who has a personal experience with that, whatever it is for you, with that one power, that one presence. A mystic is one who surrenders to the little self, or surrenders the little self, so that the true self, your higher self, may function here on the physical plane, bringing heaven here on earth. See, this spiritual plane, earth is the spiritual plane. We've heard it said before that we are human beings having a spiritual experience, right? Or we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And I like to say that we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience on this spiritual plane called earth. A mystic is one who surrenders totally their intellectual self. Let me get out of my mind, so that the universal intelligence, call it God, call it spirit, call it, again, whatever name works for you, we surrender so that we give that full sway. Meaning that the God self within you, the God self within us is all that matters. It is spirit that drives the car. It is the divine that breathes your breath. It is the divine that prepares dinner. It is the divine that plays the singing bowls and then puts music to it. It is the divine that hears that. It is the spirit that makes love. It is spirit that sometimes gets upset. See, it doesn't matter, because as a mystic, we are surrendering our will to the will of the infinite. We are surrendering our little will to the will of spirit, which, by the way, is the direct translation of the word Islam. The word Islam literally means surrendering to the will of God. That's what the word actually means, right? And in that word, there's the root salam, which in salam or shalom means peace. So when we surrender to the will of the divine, all that there is, or a part of all that there is peace. So now, here's the question, right? What keeps people from surrendering completely to their God self? What keeps you from surrendering completely to your God self? Now, there are many reasons, and all of these reasons can be traced back to one thing, the one source, and that one thing is fear. I don't want to surrender completely to my God self because I might be judged. So there goes Eugene again, being his spiritual self, thinking that he's holier than thou, all right? Or maybe it's a fear of not doing it right. So how do I do this? What does it look like? Whatever that means, right? A fear of showing up, as I said, too holy or too spiritual. Whatever the disguise, the source of not surrendering completely to God is, whatever the disguise is, it is a fear. But here's the thing. How does it make any sense when all we say in this teaching is that God is all there is? Then what are we to be afraid of? If God is all there is, which means that God is all that my entire life is, God is all that your entire life is, God is all that there is, then how does it make sense that we will be afraid to surrender to the fullness and the allness of God as our lives? Being a mystic is one who has a personal experience of the divine. So if there's some fear there, my question is this: do we really believe what we're saying? Do we really believe what we're praying. Do we really? If we are not expressing our God self, our mystic self, on a on a on a on a continuous basis, if we are not living from our mystic selves, then I have to say, my brothers and sisters, that we are lying to ourselves when we say that God is all there is and I am one with God. Right? If we are not living fully from our mystic self, having that experience of God, our personal experience, if we are not living from that God self expressing as us in all that we do, and we are lying to ourselves. It is time to let go of the fear. It is time to let go of pretending. Right? It is time to embody our mystic selves, which takes me back to the definition of a mystic. As I said, right, a mystic is one who has a personal experience with the infinite. A mystic is one who allows that infinite intelligence within us to have full sway. Now, for us to have an experience of the infinite, we must be willing to surrender the intellect. We must be willing to get out of our minds. Why? Because this experience of being a mystic is beyond the intellectual mentation of the mind. Mentation basically means mental activity, right? We are always in our heads, right? One of the things that I've been doing recently over the last year or two is whenever I refer to science of mind, I always say and spirit. Science of mind and spirit, which Ernest Holmes called it, right? So when we say science of mind and spirit, we are bringing together the intellect with the heart space. We are bringing together the conscious mind with the subconscious mind, which is the heart. We are bringing together the conscious mind with love. So being a mystic is going beyond the intellect and getting into the fullness of who we are. Now, to pursue the path of the mystic, it takes desire. We must have desire to pursue this path. You see, as the slide says, desire is the internal flame of motivation. Nothing happens without desire. Desire is the internal flame of motivation. Again, nothing happens without desire. You have a desire to go fix yourself some breakfast, right? Or as Frank talked about, there's a desire to have some blueberry cornbread. There is nothing that's happening without first having the desire. The chair that you might be sitting in, the car that you drive, the plane that you fly on, the dinner that you make, all of this comes from desire first. There's nothing happening without desire. Even the functions of the body, going to the restroom, getting something to eat is birthed from desire. So to pursue the path of the mystic, the path of the heart, we must have the desire to do so. We must have the desire to do so. And what I love about being divinely human is that we have been gifted with choice. We can choose to have a desire to become a mystic. We can choose not to, right? So as we want to desire with our whole mind. We want to desire with everything that we have. We want to desire with our whole heart. It takes a whole souled commitment to desire. But some people think that that's hard. And at first it might be, because we have to get into a practice to commit to having ourselves surrender our little minds, because the ego, the more we desire to surrender our intellect, the ego, which is a part of the intellect, is going to talk more and more and more. See, for some people, this may seem hard. For some people, they would rather wallow in the experience of lack and limitation. For some people, they may choose just to stay in where they are, right, in that comfort zone. But how comfortable is that comfort zone when you are experiencing lack and limitation, or all having the experience on a continual basis of pissosity, the state of being pissed off all the time, which shows up as complaining or judging, right? How comfortable is that comfort zone? Now, anyone who wants to do that, that's okay. That's their choice. But here's the question for you. Is this what you are settling for? Now, there's no judgment here. It's your choice. You can do and be and have whatever it is you want to be, do, and have. And if you choose to wallow in that vibration, that's okay. That's up to you, because you are the creator of your life. Speaking of choice, they say that we always have choice. That's true, except for in one aspect, and that's in creating. We don't have a choice whether or not to create. We have no choice in that. We are always creating, either consciously or not, right? But we are always creating. So, what do you choose to create? Just be clear on what it is that you choose. Now, after desire comes intention. So, for example, I desire to be a mystic. I desire to surrender my little will to the will of the infinite. That's my desire. And now, how do I intend to do that? We must set our intention. We have a desire. Now, intention is that part of us that is intention is the action. It's intention makes us, puts us into action. We place our intention on the desire. We place our intention on having a personal experience with God. Take a breath. So, how do you intend to become a mystic? How do you intend to have a personal experience with the divine? Deeper still, what is your intention for taking this path? In other words, why do you want to become a mystic? Now, I cannot answer this question for you. No one can answer these questions for you. See, this is all up to you, because this is your path. This is your life. However, what I can say is that I can give you a few tools to work with. And there are 5 tools to becoming a mystic. And the first one is prayer. Prayer, man. Now, when I speak about prayer, I am talking about affirmative prayer, or what we know in Science of Mind and Spirit is spiritual mind treatment. Now, this is not a prayer that begs or beseeches something on the outside, right? We are talking about declaring what it is that we want to experience. Dr. Ernest Holmes brought this beautiful tool of affirmative prayer to the world. See, again, with affirmative prayer, we are declaring what we want to experience. With affirmative prayer, we are declaring from a place of knowing that what we decree, we will see. Now, in the Science of Mind and Spirit philosophy, affirmative prayer is taught usually with 5 steps, depending on what that is, right? On who teaches a class, but we'll come back to that a little bit later. But I want to use basically the 4 tools, or the 4 no, we don't want to go there, Eugene. The four elements, and we'll get to the elements of prayer a little bit later. Let me keep going with this. The next tool is meditation. They say that prayer is when we speak to spirit, right? Meditation is when we listen. Now, I know that there are different forms of meditation, and the meditation that I am referring to is taking the time to sit still, taking the time to be still and to listen, right? And then the other tool that we have is visioning. Now, visioning is not the same as visualization. Visualization is good, and when we visualize, we already know what the car looks like, what the relationship looks like. I visualize that I have this amount of money in the bank at this, at this particular time. Visioning, however, is a practice where we get still and we catch Spirit's highest vision for our lives, or deeper yet, Spirit's highest vision of itself as our lives. Now, there are specific questions in the visioning process, and you can go to a practitioner who knows about visioning. You can come to me. You can go to a minister, to ask about, the visioning process. And there are 5 basic questions within this process. Number 1, what is Spirit's highest vision for my life, or for this idea, right? So I'm not asking for my vision. I'm asking for the highest vision. The next question in that is what must I become in order for the vision to be fulfilled? What am I to be in order for this vision, God's vision, Spirit's vision, love's vision, to come through me? The next question, and this is a good one, what must be released in order for this vision to be fulfilled? Maybe I am to release judgment. Maybe I am to release, fear. Release the thought of how it used to be. How about this one? Releasing the thought of how I want it to be. Because we are going to Spirit's vision. And then the next question is, what is to be accepted? What am I to accept in order for this vision to be fulfilled? The last question is there anything else? Spirit, divine, is there anything else that wants to be known? Right? The next tool is journaling. So after your prayer, your meditation, your visioning, you want to write this stuff down. You want to get it out of your head. We want to get it out of our heads and out into the paper so that we can really now see it. In the Old Testament, there is the very short book of Habakkuk. This chapter is only 3 verses long. In the first verse, Habakkuk is complaining and bemoaning about all of the things that are going wrong in the land. Spirit says to him, and this is the second verse, Spirit says to him, write your vision. Write down your vision. What is it that you want to see? And then in the visioning process, what is Spirit's highest vision of your life? Write that down. The third chapter talks about the vision that comes to fruition for this prophet, right? Now, the next thing to do is to share. See, it does us no good. It does us no good to keep this stuff to ourselves. It does us no good to keep this stuff to ourselves. So we want to share. One of the requirements as being a mystic is that you share what has been given to you. Now you don't really have to share, but what good does that do you? What good does that do to the world? See, truth be told, it is the sharing of your gifts that you get to honor being a mystic, being the mystic that you are. We want to share your gifts. I want to go back to prayer just real fast. The four elements of prayer that Dr. Holmes talks about. See, again, as I mentioned before, in Science of Mind, there are 5 steps: recognition, unification, realization, thanksgiving, and release. In Dr. Holmes, in The Essential Ernest Holmes, written by Dr. Jesse Jennings, Dr. Holmes talks about the 4 elements of prayer. And the first is recognition, to recognize that there is an infinite intelligence that is at the very center of all of life. And then next, he has identification, which is really the same as unification. In other words, we are identifying with what we have recognized. I identify as spirit having its way as me. I identify as a representative of the divine because the divine represents itself as me, right? And now that third element of effective prayer is declaration. We declare what it is that we want to experience. I declare that my health is absolutely revealing itself as perfect, whole, and complete, right? And then the next thing, the last step in this effective prayer by Dr. Holmes is acceptance. I accept that this word is done. Recognition, identification, declaration, and acceptance. And then finally, we want to get to embodiment. We want to embody being the mystic. The definition of embodiment is this: to give a bodily form to incarnate, to represent in bodily or material form. So now we are showing up as a mystic. And then to make part of a system or a whole. Now, this is something for us to think about, right? There's something for us to think about. So in closing, living the life of a mystic, surrendering our will to the will of the divine, ensures that we are always home. Honoring our mystic embodiment. See, no matter where we go, home is where the heart is. And the heart is the home of the infinite. Peace and blessings. And now I want to bring back the musical ministrations of Amma.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill that you won't let show. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load that you'll have to bear, that you can't carry, I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load if you just call me. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on, for not won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call me, just call me, just call me, just call me.
Thank you, Alma. All right. This is the time of service. We are reminded that participating in the law of circulation is one way we support our spiritual center. It supports where we are spiritually fed while also supporting the business of running a center, the daily workings, rent or mortgage, maintenance for the soon-to-be new home for CSLGB. As we give, we receive. The CSLGB Practitioner Corps, as well as the CSLGB community, as a demonstration of the law of circulation and as a way of sowing seeds of prosperity into the community, have raised the bar of prosperity consciousness by pledging $50,000 each by the end of 2022. Join us as we continue to sow seeds that will shift the consciousness in our area and in the world, thus creating a world that works for all. So, how do we tithe, offer, or donate? We have several ways to do so: via PayPal, Givelify, text messaging, and postal mail. If there is a certain place within CSLGB that you want your tithes offerings to go, for example, emergency care fund, you can designate that in PayPal and Givelify in the notes section and on your check in the memo section. For text, contact, for breathe. For text, contact Sue Monahan and she will explain. If you do not desire to designate a specific portion, you can trust that the Board of Trustees, as excellent stewards, will determine where and how to use our financial resources to serve the CSLGB community and beyond. For more information, go to cslgreaterbaltimore.org/giving. Together as a community, let us declare our financial wealth and abundance. I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. On behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you for joining us. You are reminded to be awesome and amazing. Awesome. I like how I said that. And amazing. If you would like the practitioner on duty to pray with you, join us on Zoom. Once in, type the word prayer in the chat, and I will place you in a breakout room with the practitioner Frank on duty. Today, after service, following a brief board meeting, as is our annual member meeting, that word is actually all, are encouraged to attend. If attending the member meeting, join us on Zoom. Once in, type member meeting in the chat, and so we all know who's going where and doing what. Enter both in the chat if you are going in for prayer and attending the member meeting. If you want to simply fellowship and connect for a few minutes after service, join us, and just go ahead and still join us on Zoom.
Hey, and we're back again. Hello, Renuka. So join me in this closing prayer. Take a nice deep breath. So this is what I know. I know that there is an infinite intelligence that is at the very center of all of life. And that we now allow it to live and to move and to have its isness, its beingness in, through, and as us. For we are the way that God shows up. We are the way that love shows up. We are the way that peace shows up. And everywhere we go, we are at home, because home is where the heart is. And so as we go our separate ways today, I know that we are guided and directed to share love, to spread love, to present love, because we are love. We are honoring our mystic embodiment by embodying the love intelligence that we are. I accept that this word is complete, and now we simply and lovingly allow it to be. And so it is. Amen. Now go forth and multiply this consciousness. Peace and abundant blessings.